What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link a discount code down in the description. You also know I talk about my Glance LED. I'm using it right now. I've got some bets on MLB Nerfies, first 5 inning plays, and the way I can stay up to date, whether I'm recording content for you, whether I'm playing a game, whether I'm honestly going to be watching the Xfinity Series at one of my favorite places in the world, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, is with the Glance. Lets me know everything going on in the world of sports, but also if I wanted news, stocks, weather. Absolutely no subscription fee. All you need to do, buy a unit, plug in, and tell it what you want to see. It's going to keep you up to date at a glance. Now, I learned a lot yesterday. First and foremost, some of you, not all of you, not all of you, some of you are willing to defend EA at all cost, which includes citing that anything is a nitpick. And my new favorite is now that fictitious players in the game, players that are completely generated by EA Sports, built within their own sandbox, somehow have signed a name, image, and likeness agreement that prevents them from having their ratings adjusted. Yes, some of you are in fact so dense that you are willing to fabricate concepts in which the standard disclaimer, if you ever watched a movie, if you've ever watched a TV show, and at the end of it, in the credits, you see the all fictitious persons or events disclaimer, which is basically boilerplate for almost any form of media. That is excluded somehow with NCAA football. Doesn't apply because this is such a groundbreaking game that the generic players have their own agreement. I mean, I don't know what to say. If that's truly what you believe, that is 1000% on you. But I also did learn that many of you hold me to a very, very high standard. And you're watching gameplay that is awful. And you're wondering, why is Ryan not saying anything about this awful gameplay? I am not watching what's going on in the screen right now. I have no idea. Okay? I will break down plays if they happen, but this is just video to showcase while I'm talking. With that said, we're going to have a conversation about EA being dishonest with you. And I understand to some of you right now, the fun is slowly wearing off, right? The new game shine is slowly wearing down a little bit. You've had a couple days now to adjust, and you've thought to yourself, wow, this game took a whole year? Let's talk about Teambuilder. First and foremost, we are going to talk about what they sold you. How they went to creators in this space and sold you. Customization was the focus. Now they told you, and I'm going to show you right here. They told you, they went back and they watched videos. They went over blogs. They went over wish lists that are 10 years old. They even went back and got an old team member back, guys. They reunited the band because they knew, make no mistake, they knew how important, how make or break this feature was. So now that the game's been out, it's time to be honest. It's time to look at what's actually here. And for all the pageantry, for all that promise, this game does not even meet the requirements that its 2013 counterpart had. In fact, two of the most needed features as a content creator are missing in this. So understand. They're telling you, we revisited wishlist, we watched outdated content, we did all these things, but they didn't actually carry over the complete set of features. They were all too happy to sell you hope, promise, but they forgot to mention a couple important things like you can't use this in offline gameplay. Like, you're going to just be replacing the core of another team. And this represents massive problems. First and foremost, let's say you go and you replace Ohio State. And while your team may cover the Buckeyes, while your stadium may cover theirs, the visuals of the team will be replaced. You still very much are the Ohio State Buckeyes. You have a pre-existing rivalry built in. You have pre-existing records that don't exist, and your new school, it just happens to hate Michigan. So you are more cloning, or I guess if we're going to use EA's terms, copy and pasting a team into an NCAA environment. Now, just for some of you that, again, recency bias. I don't think some of you are old enough to remember this. So I'm going to educate you. 10 years ago, we could go create a school from the ground up. We could rename, remodel, near everything, and start from scratch. Attributes, positions, and play them offline. Yet, console generations later, where the internet, where technology is at a place never dreamed about in 2011, 2012, when that game was being made, there's things that are possible then that aren't possible now. And I know someone is going to say, Ryan, you're just too stupid. You're just too much of a loser to understand all the workarounds. Okay. So some of you right now want to think that it is not disrespectful to you as a customer for EA to do this, even though EA was fully aware of the issues this creates. Because if you go back and you look at Madden Fix Madden franchise, there was a movement where they actually had to create a suite of online commissioner tools to address all these issues. Okay, but now the workaround is, and this is absolutely unreal, that you would either have to have 15 friends join online and dedicate the same time, energy as everyone else, right? EA has seen, and I'm sure you have too, that people don't stay active in these things. People can't even finish a fantasy football season that takes 5 minutes. And I can already hear the comment section. Oh my God, this guy's such a loser. He doesn't have 15 dedicated friends to play the game every single day and follow a dynasty. No, and a lot of people don't either. That's why it was so important to have offline dynasty. That's why it was so important to have commissioner tools. Because not everyone has the same time to dedicate to this game. And let me also say, it's unclear how this is going to be handled if you don't have a paid subscription to your current console of choice. Meaning, if you have a group of friends that come in and they're playing all on Xbox, because you also can't go in and out of consoles because this game is not on PC, there's no crossplay. And one of them, let's say, doesn't keep their subscription active. What happens to that person's dynasty? We have no idea. But don't worry. I want you guys to make sure that not to worry, because even though the game is out now, right, it's still not complete yet. They're going to fix these things. They're going to patch these things. They're going to add these things in. And understand, as I've said before, and check the track record with EA, more so with those commissioner tools. Anytime they have to go in and they have to make these edits, they have to patch, they have to update, they have to create, you are putting yourself at risk for file corruption, player deletion, things that do not work as intended. And I will offer, as I did before, you start putting real time, real energy, real money into this game, and then one day you wake up because EA didn't get a complete product out on day one and a patch corrupts those things, you're going to be really, really frustrated. And the track record is there. That's why when you go look at the Ultimate Team crowd, there's so many make-right packs. There's so many makeups. But understand, you can't make this up. Once this is done, it's not as simple as a $3 card pack. It's your time. It's your energy. It's, in some cases, a personal connection to a team that you've built. It is unacceptable. I will say it again, so some of you have no mistake. It is unacceptable to promote a game this way. It is irrational to market a game this way. To sit there and tell you they are reviewing things from 10 years ago and then not even release a product that has the same features of that 10-year-old product and assume that everything is going to be A-okay because we've befriended so many creators in this community, they're not going to say anything. And let the customers get the game in their hands and feel completely and utterly taken advantage of and be justified in doing so. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching it. I will be back in the week with more commentary.